clicking this video. The backspin is a great power move to learn. It's easy to do, doesn't take very long to master, and with these steps, it's going to be even faster. And that rhymed. Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm AJ47 from Soul Mavericks crew. If this is your first time meeting me, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. If you're liking this video so far, drop me a like so it promotes this video to other people who might find this beneficial. If you would like to, there are ways you can support the channel listed down below. Let's get into this video. In this tutorial, I'm obviously going to be going counterclockwise. That's my natural way. If you are going clockwise and you use your right hand, just reverse the technique. First things first, let's learn to balance on our back. When laying on your back, you want to push your back out like this to make a turtle shell. You want to bring your legs towards your face. This will bring your lower back off the floor. We don't want to spin on our lower back. That you can hurt your spine or you can burn the tailbone. It's not fun. The place that we spin is directly between the shoulder blades. And as I said, when you dome your back, you'll protect your spine. Now you've learned to bring your legs towards your face, dome your back, which keeps your lower back off the floor. We need to master the tucked position. This is what's going to make us spin faster. To do that, you want to place your feet on the ceiling. Arm position can vary. You can place them in front of you like holding a barrel, tuck them behind your legs, or behind your back like a pair of handcuffs. Figuring out which way to spin. So if I spin with my left arm, I'm gonna assume the jazz splits with my right leg bent. This means I'm gonna spin counterclockwise, so when I do turn over and I eventually use this backspin to go into a freeze, I'm gonna be freezing on my master hand. If you are right-handed, I want you to bend the left leg and spin clockwise for your backspin. So the first leg that swings, which will be the bent leg, is got to go around in the biggest circle possible. Okay, that's gonna come past your face all the way until it can't go anymore. Once it gets to this position, the other leg should start to feel a natural pull, which is when you powerfully kick the other leg as well. The first one goes past your face over to here, the second one comes towards your ear. But both swings, really important this part, both swings are constant. The perfect backspin is balanced and spins on the spot. It doesn't always happen, but that's what we're aiming for. With practice, you can probably master that to be really consistent. Remember, you want to get an equal amount of power from both legs. If you kick one more than the other, you're going to wobble and you're going to travel to the side. Having an equal amount will make you stay on the spot. So when we start the backspin from this jazz split position, what you want to do is swing the legs round exactly how I've told you. A good way to get used to this swinging position is this drill here.
This is a fantastic warm-up drill for any power move that you will be training. It warms up the legs in moving in the actual way that they would be used for power. Maintain the flow when performing this drill. Make sure the roll onto your back is smooth. If you go really slow, you can use this as a fantastic conditioning exercise for your core and your hip flexors. I tend to do about 8 repetitions each time I do this. Use the faster version you see here to get higher up on your back. Now let's clean up our transition from the jazz split to our shoulders. So we have to make this transition really smooth, and the best way to do that is by sliding the hand out, as you can see here. The slide out of the arm and the swing of the leg have to be done at the same time. For now, let's try sliding the arm down first so you're flat on the floor, and then swinging your leg into an open-legged backspin, hips nice and high, rotating at least once. Once you've got used to that, now let's try sliding down with the arm and swinging the hips at the same time, entering an open-legged backspin, turning for at least one rotation.
Check it. So once you get comfortable spinning with your legs open, that's when you can start to bring them in, but slowly.
Here is a good example. Even though my actual spin is fast, you can see that I'm pulling in my legs relatively slowly. However, I am squeezing to really lock that shape into place. This is what gives us our speed during a backspin drill. The tighter and smaller you can make your shape, the faster you're going to spin.
Backspin is not so energy consuming, but when you try and go too fast and you bring your legs in too fast and you crash and burn like 5-6 times in a row, trust me, like it gets a little bit tiring and can get a little frustrating as well. So bring the legs in slowly, and of course, as you get better, you can always just ramp up the speed. Like I said, true control will spin on one spot. Let's talk about entrances. The first one I used was obviously the jazz split. The second one is from the stab freeze or the tabletop position.
What you need to do is turn your wrist as you see here, bring your elbow into your belly button and rest on top. We call this position the stab freeze, the jab freeze, or the tabletop position. What you now need to do is learn to rotate from side to side. You first need to go the opposite direction to the way that you would spin and then come back. Before learning to roll on your back, you want to learn how to rotate your hips so you end up in this position here. Here's what it looks like at full speed. If you notice, I'm using my arms and my hips to rotate in a circle. Fresh, let's watch this in slow motion. So the sport hand has to readjust to initiate the turn and rotation of the windmill roll. Notice how I'm pushing through the left hand, which causes the rotation, but it also causes my body to elevate off my elbow. Look again closely at the left palm and the left elbow driving through. This is what causes the rotation and allows me to spin. We're going to watch that again so you can see the elbow push through one more time. Again, support hand, hips go around into the open-legged freeze position I made you do earlier. With the leg driving under and the elbow driving at the same time, you saw the black semicircle there. That's what's going to make you rotate. Now let's check the angle of my roll and also what I'm doing with my legs. My left leg is going to drive underneath. My right leg is what takes me up and gives me my height. But I got to make sure that I land on the back of my shoulders. On the first shoulder that I land on is the left, but it's going to be on the back side of that shoulder, not the bone part at the front, because that's going to hurt, guys, trust me. And as I explained regarding the legs, they have to keep driving to be able to spin. Now let's look again in full speed.
Learning the backspin from this position makes you that much closer to using what you've learned in the backspin tutorial for the windmill. When spinning with the legs open, you can't see in the footage, but if you stretch your legs as much as possible, you don't need to be flexible to learn this move. Whatever your maximum is, if you can bring your legs to that range of the maximum, that's when you're going to have the most power. Exit. Make sure you try and get your backspin to baby freeze. There are two main ways that you can try this. One is the windmill cut. You want to pop into your freeze just before you start to slow down in your backspin.
Learning this will teach you a bunch of things that you need to learn for the windmill. If we watch this again, notice that you've got to keep the head down on your pop, and as you rotate around, you've got to glide on the side of your head, which is called an icy ice. Roughly about a quarter turn of a circle before I'm able to hit the baby freeze successfully, which helps with a bunch of other combinations.
The other is a push from here, great for transitioning onto your head.
And you can do this by placing both hands down on either side of your ear and then popping up. This basically brings you up onto your head, and then you can enter, for now, a baby freeze. I'm going to cover more on this kind of particular transition in a later video.
And of course the standing up,
which is relatively easy. All you have to do is turn over, push with your arms and hips at the same time, and your feet will come down. Because your knees are tucked to your chest, the pop should be relatively simple.
You can also use the back splat as one of your exits.
Learning the backspin and this splat is what enabled me to learn munch mills, which I learned without the head on the floor first. I'll explain more on those differences in a munch mill tutorial. I've cheekily put the side spin at the end of the video. Simply comment down below, side spin tutorial. When I get 20 of these, I'll make this tutorial.
Thanks again for watching, ladies and gentlemen. You've been awesome. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you are new. There's ways you can support the channel if you'd like to, which I'd really appreciate. But as always, stay fresh, stay clean. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.